Oh, it was Power here with the page through on 4Minute's 5th mini album, 4-Minute World. Yeah, so this album was in commemoration of their 5th anniversary, which is why, well, not as, which is why, but well, title, the track list wise, they decided to do something unique, which I'll get to later if we run into them, but this one's pretty interesting because they decided to go with a calendar. To which... Huh. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be there. I personally don't want to use... I personally don't want to ruin this anymore. I don't even know how you're supposed to set this up. I don't know if you're supposed to do something like... I don't know. I don't even know if this is even supposed to be here. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's there to stabilize it, but we'll get to it later. So yeah, I don't know how we're gonna go through this. We might have to do the same thing like tempo. Except the opposite. So... Okay, so we're gonna have to flip through this weirdly. So just the title, the track list. Then this is obviously this is not a helpful calendar because this is from 2014, specifically March of 2014 because that's when it got released. And we got April. Then we have Gayun. This feels interesting. Now, I guess if I had to, try to strike up a conversation. I didn't, title track-wise, I'm not too big on What You're Doing Today as much as, why did I forget it? I just said it. What is your name? Because they did get Brave Brothers to do it again. Then here's Hyuna. I really do like this Hyuna. It's probably one of my favorite looks for Hyuna during 4-Minute. Then we get June. Then July. But cause I think for this is their third, not third, fourth collaboration with Brave Brothers. Because after what is your name? There's Sohyun. August. Yeah, so after What Is Your Name, they did Is It Poppin' for a summer single. Not too big on that song. But then, essentially at this point, they're just trying to stay with the same aesthetics, or kind of, from What Is Your Name? Because obviously, I forgot to state this. Whoops. We're skipping things. There's Ji-yoon. And this is October? Here's September. So what? This was 2014. So I became 13 on a Friday. But, what was I talking about? Is It Poppin'? I also really like this Ji-yoon too. Okay, so Ji-hyun is just not present like how Cube likes to have it. November. No, she's here, but we don't have an individual page for her. Or individual. Oh, wait, I get why they did this. There she is. But yeah, just I don't know. Like, is it pop? Like, no. I was talking about because let me think again. So, what is your name is like essentially one of the songs that actually got 4 Minute big again. So then, you know, that's why I guess they did constant collaborations with Brave Brothers because they're like, oh yeah, this worked once, we can do it again, and such. But then I feel like at this point it's just kind of like, eh. And then here's February of 2015. Was it leap year? Nope. And I guess these are messages now. But a funny thing about this, which I learned when I was looking into SNSD. So apparently, like during Mr. Mister, they were like apparently there was like a huge fan war between SNSD and 21 for some reason. Why can't people just get together? Because they're like, obviously they're like, well, we want SNSD to win. Well, we want 21 to win. But then like with one of, I don't remember which performance it was. It ended up that 4 minute one, and I was still hovering. Because I'm just like, oh, cool. 4 minute one? That's cool. So here they are at a carousel now. I didn't know she had this name beforehand. I need to... The last thing I looked at for Ji-yoon was that she did a cover on Sailor Moon's theme. Oh my gosh, these pages are kind of tight. I think this was the first album that actually had Ji-yoon rap. I think that's why I really like her in this era. But yeah, I guess getting to the title tracks now, or not title tracks. Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. This is apparently an ad. It's obviously not helpful anymore because this is from 2014. But the cool thing about this album is that because of the fact this is the 5th anniversary, they actually decided to like split themselves off. So, obviously, what you're doing today is obviously, and thank you is with everyone, but then with tracks 3 and 4. So track 3 actually comprises of Ji-yoon, and Sohyun, and then track 4 consists of Gao-yoon and Hyuna. And honestly, that's an interesting combo. Like, I think it would have been neat if they did more combinations. If this was like, because I think the unfortunate thing with 4 Minute is like they only had the one full album, like, because everything else they had was just mini albums, and it's just like, why do you do this, Cube? Okay, so I guess these are lyrics now. Oh yeah, wait a minute, it's actually a full-on song. I forgot it wasn't a intro. But I do really like how it's handwritten. And then what you're doing today. Did they just put all the other songs on here? Oh yeah, they actually say, like, they actually specify who sings what. Yeah, I think this song is just called Teach You, I believe. I always forget what this one was called. But again, like, Gyeoyun and Hyuna is like a really interesting combo. Because obviously at this point, obviously, like, and then this one is Thank You, I believe it's called. But because obviously at this point Hyuna was like blowing up in popularity. But like, that's kind of like a lot to explain. And then I believe we'll be hitting the credits. Here are the actual credits. And the CD itself, which seems fine. But yeah, that is 4-Minute World. Again, I guess just kind of like, oh, I like this. I do like the album. I just think my least favorite song out of this album has to be the title track. But other than that, this is pretty interesting for sure. Like a calendar for an album is interesting. I'm pretty sure there have been other groups that have done that, but I just can't really recall. Obviously the integrity of this is kind of fearful because I know Growl from EXO, they did a journal. They did like a journal kind of thing, but I don't know, because you can tell these pages aren't really like even. So obviously there is a point where like pages are gonna most likely fall apart, sadly. But yeah, like what I said in or actually I don't remember I stated this and name is 4-Minute, but I'm probably gonna I'm gonna probably try to start getting the other ones, so that'll be, well, I mostly want to try to go for like Crazy and Hate, because Hate is also like one of the only other like 4-Minute album that had photo cards besides Volume Up. But it's just those ones are kind of a bit harder. Like I think Volume Up, Crazy, and Hate are really difficult trying to track down, but then you can track down like, you know, the forgetting what the because I don't think the first mini album is just called For Music, but like, you know, the first mini album, then like Hit Your Heart, then you can find a bunch of their Japanese singles. I still want to try to pick up the best of 4-Minute. I was planning on doing that. I just never did. But yeah, I really do want to try to like complete my 4-Minute collection, because now I have, you know, this name is 4-Minute and then 2 units Harvest Moon. But yeah, now I'll have to do so. This is Power, and I'll leave you people. Bye.